Here we go. We got, it's hard for me to say this, but Rabecca,
I know.
Rabecca Adams. It's kind of hard because Rebecca is my sister, but I've called her Becky my whole life. So,
I know, and I
but
just decided that I was given such a beautiful name, and why are we calling me Becky? But I answer to everything, so it's fine.
well, we're gonna really try hard, aren't we, to call her Rebecca?
Make that shift, guys. Come on.
So, I am just so grateful because, do you care if I just call you Becky?
Sure. Yes, please. It might feel weird having you call me Rebecca, so go for it.
Like a mom scolding you.
Yeah.
There's certain people in my life that have to call me Lizzie. And it's like, if they don't call me Lizzie, then it's just so weird to me. So today you're getting called Becky on the show. even
Great.
though even though on the ticker it says Rabecca Adams. But so I am just so grateful because when you put your heart and soul into something, it is so awesome that you get to share it with somebody that you love. And Becky is my sister, and she gets to be on this journey with me and be part of the conference. And so she's actually going to be speaking on Friday. She's one of the keynote speakers, and you're not going to want to miss her little presentation that she's going to do, because you have had to go through a lot of stuff in your life, most things that people haven't.
I mean, yeah, and I think all of our journeys are our own individual journey, and mine has just been different. So,
But,
yeah.
Because of that, I just feel that you've blessed my life and everybody that's going to be getting on and listening to this and being at the conference, you're going to be able to bless their lives. And we don't really like to focus on the hard part. We like to focus on the strength that you've gained from it and the journey that you've taken after.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Right?
that's actually, I mean, that's a huge part of what I'll be speaking about is dropping our stories, shedding the past, but also bringing those gifts with us, and just really honoring our past and where it's brought us to, but also just letting go of the things that aren't serving us any longer.
She is also going to be doing, starting us off on our Saturday interactive classes, and she's going to be doing a yoga class for us. You kind of want to talk to us a little bit about this yoga class and why everybody needs to get to your class in the morning to come to the yoga class.
It's been really interesting. When I joined my yoga teacher training, I'm 500 hours certified. I went through all of this training, never with the intention to ever guide yoga. It was just for my own personal healing. Something was calling me to it, and I didn't know what it was. And then as I stepped into my shamanic path, I realized that there are two both ancient healing arts that I've been able to merge together, just with my own heart, my own feeling, and it's really, really powerful. I kind of call it yoga for your soul. Also, just flowing the body intuitively, calling on you to ask your body how it wants to move. I will guide some things, but also give you the opportunity to move into free flow, whatever your body's asking for.
So it's going to be a fun, just probably a different experience than there's probably a lot of people that have never taken a yoga class. And that's what's awesome about this conference is you're able to come with the price of your ticket and just be able to participate in all of these different yoga. I mean, you have a yoga class, we have a meditation class, a qigong, a breath work. We have all of these fun classes that people are able to come and just experience for the first time. And your yoga class, can anybody take this yoga class?
Everybody can take this yoga class. You'll get out of it whatever you put into it. What I ask is that you just really tap into yourself. And like I said, it's more of yoga for the soul. So it's, there can be different modifications, all the things. I just really ask you to show up for yourself on your mat with yourself.
Now we will have, so
She just went out and bought 20 mats.
I went and bought 20 mats. So the
Perfect.
first 20 people to Becky's class gets a mat.
Well, not to keep, because you have to use them for other things too. But
Yes,
to
for
use.
the
Yeah, I can bring some as well, but definitely bring your own mat. If you are comfortable with your own mat, then bring that. But if not, we'll make things work.
Yep, we'll have 20 there that you can choose from. So
And the cool thing is, I mean, it's a one-time class, but it's a good opportunity to kind of experience what it is. Because a lot of people have never, it's like, everyone's heard of yoga, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone has tried it. And it's like, hey, I need to stretch a little bit more. So maybe I just do it because I need to be more flexible. But I know there's more to it with yoga for sure. But it will give you some good insight on some basics. And that's all she's going to be covering. It's not an in-depth, you're not going to walk out sweating and have to go home and take a shower kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it, like I said, you'll get out of it what you put into it. I invite you to do any releasing, if any emotions come up, then that's very welcomed to come up and out during the flow. This is something that I teach on the regular up at our wellness center in Camas at the Shamanic Twist. It's been interesting to see the people who keep coming back. Some people showing up feeling like it was going to be like this huge body workout. And I could see it kind of them trying to figure out in their head, like what exactly was going on. And then seeing these people show up time and time again. It's been a huge testament to me to like what this medicine provides and what this is opening up for people just through this simple yoga flow with some music and different postures. It's pretty powerful.
So with this yoga class, the reason why we wanted to have these interactive classes is because doing these type of things really brings us back to just listening to our own intention, intuition about what is best for our body. So often we look outwards for our treatment, and that's part of your plan too, right, Becky? Like
Yes.
You were just looking like, what should I do next? What should I do next? But it wasn't until you started to look inwards of what was best for Becky.
Yeah,
and what was the next step.
During this yoga, I will be guiding you back to self, constantly bringing you back to self. Really, and a lot of that has just been my own experience of looking outside of myself for all the answers and realizing how much I was doing that in so many aspects of my life. And just really being able to go back and connect to my own innate wisdom, what I carry with me, that something has never left me. Tapping into myself and just really listening, sometimes you'll get a little ping, maybe don't head down the canyon today. And I don't need to know why I don't need to head down the canyon. I don't need to go experience that. I'm just going to choose to do something different. In the past, I would maybe head down the canyon to see what it was that I was supposed to be avoiding. And I think a lot of that goes back to my own journey, with cancer and health and the ways that I'm living now, and really just going inwards and making those shifts inside of me instead of shifting all the things on the outside of me.
Yeah.
Releasing that control around all the things that are unfolding around you and just bringing everything back to self. I mean, for me, that's where it has always been. And it's made major shifts in my life.
So just because since you brought it up, I didn't know if we were going to talk about that. But so Becky is a four-time cancer survivor of colon cancer.
Reoccurred in my body a total of 4 times, correct?
Right. Yeah. And so that doesn't usually happen. So we're just glad you're here anyway, right?
Thank you.
But, so because of that, and she just had to go on her own kind of life thing to try to figure out, okay, what can I do now to help so I don't continue down that same path? Because you did the medical model stuff. You had surgeries and all the other crazy stuff.
And we were the crazy ones.
We butted heads for a while, right? Like you guys were showing up with books and videos for me to watch.
Right, do this. There's this, and this.
Yeah, now I have all the books.
Everyone has to have their own aha, right? So
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's really that death and rebirth cycle that we experience throughout our whole life, like shedding the story and dying to old ways so that you can be reborn to something new, what wants to come in, what wants to be created. And even with my terminal cancer diagnosis, I could look at the doctors and they could cut the cancer out and remove certain organs all day long, but what had to happen for me was I had to pivot. I had to turn into a different direction. I had to lean in. I had to get quiet. I had to ask myself, what is it that you're needing? What is it that your soul is calling for? And then I had to make room for that by dropping all of that density, all of those stories, the past that held a lot for me. And I didn't realize how much I was living in my past and not living in the present. And what was wanting to be created felt like holding on to that density was a feeling of what was keeping me sick. And I hold that lightly because my story, I know, is my own individual story. And my goal is just to hope that I can just, bring that awareness of just going inwards and speaking to yourself. It's really important. And I find myself, as people get diagnosed with different things, I almost want to just be like this fire hydrant full of information and do this and do this and do this. And although I'm not an expert with, your life and your body and what's going on with you, I am an expert with my body and my life and what's been going on here. And it's been really powerful, not looking outside of myself and reclaiming my power, bringing that back in, and really just being able to show up, authentically in life has been very, very important for me. And so thank you, because I know that the three of us have different beliefs and different ideas and all sorts of things, but I feel like we have been able to come back to this place of neutrality where we can sit and we can listen to each other, and there might be something that you have for me that you've been guided to offer or to speak to me. And so a lot of my practice this last year has been getting quiet, and I sit in a lot of trainings with people, and there's a lot of times where I want to speak up and say something, and I just practice sitting still and being quiet and observing and listening for those little nuggets that are there for me, and hoping that in return I have some nuggets to give back to people that might.
Well, and I feel that there is that, like you talked about, it's just getting back to those things that we can share. It's a beautiful experience together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
yes.
we have that with everyone. We just need to get back to just those, take off all of that other outside stuff and just get back to the core, because that's how we connect with each other. And now, since we've been on, Michelle and Jennifer, they're giving out big hearts and kisses.
Hello.
And Jennifer's saying that she's going to be there. So everybody, I want you to like and share this, because you're going to want to come and listen to Becky and her story. She's going to call herself something different that day, and it's going to be Rabecca. But come and listen to
the name.
She's going to come and listen to that story, and come and listen to her story, and also experience her yoga class, because it'll be a great way to start off your Saturday morning, to be able to come and just.
Yeah, I think we're doing it first thing in the morning, right?
First thing in the morning. That's the first one.
I think it's even before any classes start.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, because everyone wants to come and get that morning yoga in.
Get that mat, yeah.
All right, so Becky, you have a code, and I created her code before she told me she wanted to reclaim her name. So what's your code, Becky?
What would you like my code to be? And
Becky 30. Becky 30 is your code.
Becky 30. Perfect.
Becky 30 is your code, and you get in for $30 to the conference, which is an incredible price to be able to come. Yeah, I know, to be able to come and hear all these people and experience your classes,
Well, and even just seeing the lineup and the people showing up to this conference and the way they're showing up. And this is volunteered, and it's so amazing. There's so many different modalities out there, and it doesn't have to be same. It's come and see what resonates with you. And I've experienced a lot of these different practitioners that are showing up at this event, and their medicine, what they have to offer is amazing. And if people can just really just show up and just be curious, then I feel like there's going to be a
open
lot.
mind.
Yeah,
Yep,
very open-minded and curious.
Well,
there's stuff there for you.
Like yesterday, the other day when we were doing this, somebody just texted me a message, said, you know what she just talked about, when the person we were doing the live with, that was actually a quick answer to a prayer for me. Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you what, most people are struggling with health. They're all praying for help. So hopefully this can be an answer to their prayers and finding something at the conference that will help enlighten their life and help them to get well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know if you ask for a message or an answer to something, it will show up in so many different ways. So
you just have to have that open mind to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I know that your time is valuable, because you have a lot of people to go and help and bless their lives. And we're so grateful that you're going to be able to be with us next Friday and Saturday. You'll be there both days doing
I'll be there. I'll be manning the Shamanic Twist Wellness Center booth. So there'll be lots. Yeah, I'll be there. I'm there to support my sister, support what I believe in.
Hey, your brother-in-law too.
Well, of course, my brother-in-law. But I am so excited for this, and it's been such a gift to watch this grow and to see, you just hearing and listening and following your intuition. Those are the people I listen to. Those are the people I want to support. And this is just amazing. I mean, going to that meetup last week with you guys before the conference and seeing everybody and feeling that high vibration was incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud.
We got to run, but hey, thanks so much. We appreciate you and we love you too, because we can.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.